I have played Nintendo games since I was a kid, and the Switch era has been packed with big names. But honestly, some of my favorite Switch memories come from the quieter releases that people skip, because they are not trending on day one. So in this video, I am sharing 10 underrated Nintendo Switch games you really should give a chance. These are the kinds of games that surprise you once you actually sit down with them, the ones that feel special, even if they never got the spotlight. Let's jump in. I picked up the Touryst on a whim, and it instantly felt like a vacation in a tiny cube world. You play as a traveler hopping between islands, solving bite-sized puzzles, exploring little ruins, and doing small challenges like photography or arcade games. The movement is smooth, and the camera feels great, which matters when you are climbing, diving, and poking into every corner. What surprised me most is how clever the design is. Nothing feels wasted, and every area has a secret that rewards curiosity. It is also a perfect one more task game, because sessions can be short but still satisfying. If you want something chill, bright, and polished, this one deserves a spot on your Switch. I love the music too. It is calm and catchy, and the ending made me smile without dragging things out. CrossCode is one of those games I wish everyone tried for at least an hour. It looks like a classic 16-bit action RPG, but it plays fast, almost like a sporty puzzle brawler. You control Leah inside a virtual MMO, and the combat is all about timing, dodging, and chaining skills, not just button mashing. The dungeons are the real hook for me. Tons of smart room puzzles where you bounce shots, freeze switches, and use elements in creative ways. The story also surprised me. It gets emotional, and the characters feel like real friends by the end. On Switch, it runs well, and the controls feel sharp. If you miss old-school adventures but want modern depth, CrossCode hits hard. I kept coming back for side quests, and the soundtrack makes every town feel alive and welcoming again. Bug Fables is the closest thing we have to classic Paper Mario on Switch, and it nails that cozy vibe. You build a party with Kabu, Vi, and Leif, 3 bugs with different skills, and the game keeps mixing up combat with smart little action commands. I like how battles reward good timing, blocking and landing hits feel satisfying, and the badge system lets you tune your style without getting complicated. The writing is funny but also surprisingly sweet, and the world of Bugaria is packed with small stories that make it feel lived in. It is not a huge budget game, but the heart is massive. If you want a turn-based RPG that respects your time and makes you grin, give Bug Fables a real chance. I finished it smiling, then replayed bosses just to hear the music. Phoenotopia Awakening is a big, chunky adventure that feels like an old handheld classic, but way deeper. It mixes platforming, light RPG stats, and puzzle towns where you talk to everyone and slowly open new paths. Combat is a bit deliberate, and at first it can feel tough, but once you learn enemy patterns and upgrade gear, it clicks. What I love is the sense of discovery. You are always finding hidden caves, silly side quests, and secrets behind walls you thought were just background art. The world has a playful tone, yet it still has mystery and real stakes. It is also huge, so you get serious value without any filler feeling. If you are into Zelda-style exploration with a quirky personality, Phoenotopia is a sleeper hit. I recommend playing with headphones. The music makes Village feel warm. Astalon Tears of the Earth is my kind of retro game. Tough, mysterious, and super rewarding. It is a pixel art action platformer where you swap between 3 heroes, each one built for different situations. One character jumps and climbs better, another hits hard, and another brings magic and range. The whole game is basically one giant tower, and the fun is learning its shortcuts, unlocking doors, and slowly turning danger into a familiar route. Dying sends you back, but the upgrades you buy make the next run feel stronger, so it never feels cruel. Boss fights are intense, and the music has that classic driving energy. If you like Metroidvania-style exploration with a bit of roguelike loop, Astalon is a hidden gem. I also love the humor in the dialogue. It keeps the dark setting from feeling heavy. Yoku's Island Express is one of the weirdest mashups that somehow works perfectly. It is a Metroidvania, but your movement is built around pinball bumpers, flippers, and crazy ramps scattered across a sunny island. You play as Yoku, a tiny dung beetle mailman, and the goal is basically to explore, deliver letters, and wake up the island's old gods. What makes it special is the flow. You can bounce through areas, grab upgrades, and find shortcuts without ever feeling stuck in a slow backtrack. The art style is bright and friendly, and the sound design makes everything feel alive, like a cartoon you can play. It is also surprisingly relaxing, even when you are chasing collectibles. If you want something fresh and feel good, this is an easy recommendation. In handheld mode, the pinball action feels made for Switch everywhere. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is a throwback, but in the best way. It is a colorful action adventure where you keep getting new forms like pig, snake, frog, and dragon, and each one opens up new ways to explore. That constant transformation makes the map feel like a giant puzzle because you're always thinking, I can reach that ledge now, or I can breathe fire here. The art is gorgeous, almost like a Saturday morning cartoon, and the animations are super smooth. Combat is simple but fun, with plenty of gear to find and upgrades that actually matter. It is not short, and some sections can be challenging, but it always feels fair. If you want a polished Metroidvania with charm, Monster Boy is an underrated winner. I never got tired of the soundtrack. It is joy. AI, the SOMNIUM Files, is the kind of story game that grabs you and refuses to let go. You play as Date, a detective with a talking AI eyeball named Aiba, and you are hunting a serial killer while jumping between crime scenes and dream worlds. The writing is weird in a fun way, mixing serious mystery with goofy humor, and it somehow balances both. The big hook is the SOMNIUM sections, where you explore someone's subconscious and solve logic puzzles that feel like a strange escape room. Choices matter, and the branching paths made me replay chapters just to see how things change. If you like visual novels but want more interaction than just reading, this is a great pick. It is not for kids, but it is one of the smartest thrillers on Switch. Loved the voice acting.
Someone else can come take her.
A skeleton. It appears to be bleeding from the left eye. To the skeleton?
He just wants
Mark of the Ninja, Remastered, is proof that stealth can be fast and satisfying, even in 2 dimensions. You are a ninja slipping through compounds using sound, shadows, and gadgets to stay unseen. What I love is how readable everything is. You can see enemy sightlines, noise circles, and hiding spots, so every mistake feels like your fault, not the game's. The controls are super tight, and the animations make every takedown look clean. You can play like a ghost, never touching anyone, or you can be more aggressive and still feel smart. The levels are built for replaying, with different routes and optional challenges that push you to improve. On Switch, it is perfect for handheld sessions because it feels great in short bursts. If you skipped it, fix that. I beat it twice and wanted another run.
Guard down, approaching.
The Last Campfire is a gentle puzzle adventure that hits you right in the feelings. You play as a little ember, lost in a quiet world of forests and caves, helping other embers who have given up. Each area has small, smart puzzles that are more about observation than stress, and the game always gives you a calm moment to breathe. The narrator's voice is warm, like a bedtime story, and the art style is soft and cozy without being boring. What surprised me is how much it made me reflect. The themes are about hope, regret, and finding your way back. It is not long, but it stays with you, and that is rare. If you need a relaxing game after a long day, this is a great choice on Switch. I finished it in sitting and felt lighter.
The flames.
Alright, that's my list of 10 underrated Switch games that deserve way more love. If you have your own hidden gem picks, drop them in the comments, because I am always looking for the next surprise game to sink into. And if you try any of these, let me know which one clicked with you the most.